Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and I went to a antique mall yesterday with the scrubby, and I bought some more photos, my favorite thing to do. I could sit in a store and look through a little box of photos for about an hour, and I've done it. But anyways, I thought I'd just kind of start sharing some of my photos. A lot of people, when I do have mentioned in the past, have asked, why do I do this? Why do I buy other people's photos, and what do I do with them? I mostly use them for cards, or like I do mini albums based on a series of photos that I found, or I've put together photos, like maybe fishing photos, and have made mini albums. And to me it's kind of part of the decoration, like you still could put a photo of your own fishing expedition in there, or vacation, or ancestors. I really love, like, sitting in a hope that's not too glary, sitting in an antique store. If you can, like yesterday I found a box in this one booth. It's an antique mall that we go to probably 2-3 times a year just to poke around. And I can sit there and you can go through this box, and typically a dealer will have bought maybe an estate somewhere or whatever, but you can see a whole series of this family growing up, or somebody decorating. It's just and it's almost like you get lost in their life. It's kind of interesting. But one time I found at a garage sale, I found one of those old, probably turn of the century photo albums. They're very thick. They're usually made out of, I think it was cellulite at the time, and then maybe have a velvet covering. Anyways, I found a whole book full of photos, and it was from the late 1800s, the photos were, and the early 1900s. And it was this whole family of 8 kids, and it started out with 1 kid, and then 2 kids, and it was all from their birth all the way up to their weddings. And it was so cool. I still have the photos. I upcycled the album and sold it. But anyways, so here I will just kind of go through what I found yesterday. This is kind of the quirkiest part of it. I'll go through that first. I'm kind of collecting Christmas photos, more specifically than, and then I just add to them with whatever else. But I think it'd be a cute way to illustrate a mini album or card, or even a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. You can use it as a background, blow it up for, to 12 by 12. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so here's this woman. She's very comely, as my father-in-law would say. I don't know if I can get real close here. But she's just pensively looking at a little present. It's 1953. No, I'm sorry, 1958, as it says over here. And then here's her tree, and, all her little presents and whatnot. And then, there was more of these, but I chose the ones that I liked the best. There was some in between. This one is 1963. Now she's sitting at her little chair, and it's probably the most misshapen tree I've ever seen. They got some boughs down there around the grass, or the skirt. And again, she's pensively looking at probably a Christmas card she received from someone. They still have the same curtains, but I think it's a different area, because this looks like a doorway over. Where is it? That looks like a doorway, but they still have the same drapes. Anyways, so now we go to 1968. She's a little older, kind of got more meat on her a little bit, and now she's pensively touching one of the ornaments. And she doesn't have anything in her lap, but I noticed under the trees, not as many presents. She's got some little trees there. And I don't know if I can get pretty close here. There's this little Santa coming out of a chimney, a little ceramic Santa. And this one, she had a little ceramic snowman. So then in the same box, I found this other series of these women, and I will kick myself for not taking this one. There was a photo, they were having a party. I think she, obviously she's the hostess with the apron. And I almost think that it's this woman again because she is in another one of the series from the party pictures. And the drapes are kind of looking the same. It's hard to tell with black and white especially. But there was one photo of this where all these women are sitting in a living room and they're laughing their heads off. They're all bent over, doubled over. And there's another woman behind a chair. She must have fallen or hid or whatever, but all you can see is her legs, on the floor. So I should have bought that one, but I didn't. I don't know why. Anyways, here's the little gals. I'm guessing these are the hostess and her maybe guest of honor. But I thought this would be fun, kind of an aprony. And then here they are. This one is 1958. So see, this is the same. I just got to believe, I'm pretty certain. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, but anyways. But this for sure is the woman from the Christmas tree pictures. And I also noticed this woman has got the Santa Claus with the basket or whatever it is, which is from this picture. That's the same little Santa. And this one is 1968, and so is this. So I've got to believe, like, that woman in the red is our little gal. She's kind of got that same hairline in that. But that definitely is her little Santa. And these are, where did I see now? These are her drapes again. And see, she puts a photo between the two drapes. Okay, so it's got to be this woman's house again. Okay, so anyway, so that was just kind of a stupid fun discovery, so to speak. So then I found, excuse me, another box at another dealer's booth had these adorable little kids, and this is kind of for my little Christmas series. Like when Scrubby saw me, he goes, man, they look like the little Campbell Soup kids. And their names are Carol and Gary. And going through that box, there's just tons of photos you got to wade through. But then I found another Carol and Gary in Beth. And I found a ton of these pictures, Gary when he was a little baby, Carol was holding him, all the way up to Beth being a little baby. And then they even got as old as, I would guess, 9th grade, maybe 10th grade. But I thought, look at how adorable this is. They're doing their little prayers. And look at how chubby her legs are. Isn't that cute? So I think these would be really cute for Christmas. Then I found this little picture, which was just too cute with the little uniforms. And the back of it says, Alina directing the Little Rhythm Band last winter. And there's Alina. And all the kids have got their little costumes and their little instruments. I just think it is so cute. I love group pictures, especially of kids. But look at how cute those little uniforms are. They look exactly, to me, like the little Nutcracker uniforms in the Nutcracker Fantasy. Okay, and then this one, I just couldn't resist. Oops. Just because she's so comely. But look at how pretty her dress is with the jet beading and organza. But I thought she was pretty. Her hair is just hideous. It's like weird. It's like it's totally fried or something. But she's kind of, I think she's Harry Potter's great-grandma. Okay, so then this one is really bizarre. And it's not the best lighting, but it's a kid sneaking up on that's an actual Indian chief. Let's see if I can get the lighting better. And it's, you know, it's like overlooking who knows where. Almost looks like Phoenix. Look, he's kind of too scared to talk to him, evidently. And this is 1954. But I thought that was cool. And then my last one that I found is super cool. I guess this is from, I would guess like the late 30s, early 40s. But, I mean, how cool that he's holding a Life magazine. I wish we could see the cover. He's got saddle shoes on, and he's pretty handsome. But just very typical. I would guess probably early 40s. The car looks like it's about a late 30s model. But in the clothes, you know, like that jacket is definitely a probably early 40s. And that's kind of how I determine if there's not a date on it, you can determine somewhat by the clothing or the automobiles, or, you know, mostly those. Clothing and automobiles will really give you clues. So then I know I've showed this before. Oops, let me get these out of the way first. I bought this thing at Michael's, and sorry about the glare. And then what I've done is I just, like, I know transportation and animals, they really go together, but I, like couples, ceremony and holidays, architecture, scenery, costumes and uniforms, photo booths. I don't have a lot of them. I'm trying to get, they're hard to find. And then I have women, men, kids, families, groups, and then I have an outdoor activity bin too. But the problem now is everybody's announcing, like the Coville's newsletter, Country Living magazine, I've seen it in Romantic Home Living or Home magazine, are all announcing how hot old photos are. So it's hard to find, like all of my photos yesterday, except for this one, they were all $1. So it's kind of hard to find, you know, single photos like this. But if you can find them at a garage sale, estate sale, flea market, whatever, grab them, because if you don't collect them yourself, you can certainly sell them or give them to me. I'm just kidding. Find somebody that uses them, you know. Every dealer I've talked to, they're like, yeah, I don't know why, but, you know, people come in here for 2 hours and go through them, and, you know, they want to get certain ones and collect certain ones, and so they are getting hot, and they are going to get harder and harder to find. So if you have any inkling, or if you think you might enjoy, I mean, just try it. Try using an old photo of somebody you don't even know and put it, you know, incorporate it into your project or mini album. I made a mini album for Sam, and it was all based on photos that I had found of, you know, different eras of people doing the same kind of a thing, like being outside, being outdoors, being at the lake. And it was really fun to do. It's like you can create a story around it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and when I get some more, I will share some more. Thanks very much. And there's our little girl. I have an addendum to my video. I forgot that I bought this yesterday too. Isn't it pretty? It's a really old loaf pan. Stainless steel, but I love the decorations and how it was made. Cool. But I have an enamel loaf pan, a black enamelware loaf pan that I already have my embossing folders in, but it got kind of packed because I kept buying them. So I bought this to put, like, one will have all my floral type embossing folders, and the other ones will have more like, you know, geometric or polka dots or whatever. But anyways, I thought I'd share that too. It's a perfect size for the folders. The one I have now, I've got them this way, like 2 rows there. But I'm just gonna, like I said, use 2 pans. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty everything was. Now they make stuff and it's just so ugly and just plain. But anyways, that's my addendum to the video. Thanks for watching.